Greetings, Battle Brothers. It's me, Aurelia Tempris, defender of the Golden Throne and servant of humanity. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. How are we doing on this fine Sunday? Hope everybody's doing well. It's the boss. Yes, it's me. Hello. Hi. Hi, how are you? How are you guys? Today, we're making dice. We are making dice. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a great time. OMG, it's boss. 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 I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you had a well-rested Saturday, or as like rested as you can be. The posture has been checked. And just thank you so much for the 9 months. I appreciate it, man. Balls? You mean these? You mean these? Perhaps. I took them from my enemy. So don't cross me. Don't cross me.
Blade!
Okay? That could be you here. What? Oh. I was so confused. Said my servitor was looking flat and I was like, what are you saying? I'm confused, brother. You're the palette. I understand now. Took me a second. It took me a second, but we got there. So. Alright. We're doing dice today. It should be, in theory, a lot of fun. I'd like to think so. I'm pulling out a bunch of different colors that I think we might use today. Oh, you guys can't see them. Hang on. Pulling out the colors. Secret colors. Secret colors. Actually, that one. Yeah. Balls aren't dice, that's the wrong shape. These are orbs. These are orbs. So these here are made from Mountain Dew Voltage because one stream a while ago, I had a voltage and then I didn't finish it. So I was like, oh, I should make these into dice. Well, we can only make some of them into dice because I forgot to make the dice. So some of them you can't really tell, but the liquid is evaporated and there's like half as much as that I put in there. So I'm like, oh, well, that's unfortunate. So yeah, that is what it is. Oh, Spain won the World Cup. I looked before stream started, but I didn't see. Dang, extra time too. Wow. Congrats to Spain. Like just happened too. Wow. Congrats. Okay. How does dice making work? It depends on exactly the method. We're making resin dice, so we are mixing epoxy resin, so it's like 2 parts of a liquid and they harden. So, and then it makes like a plasticky surface. Plastic, it's resin. I don't know how else to explain it. Okay, one second, guys. I'm trying to focus. I was trying to have some of this stuff prepared in advance, but I came up with some ideas last minute for what I wanted to do. Oh, I have to look at these two. You guys are gonna love what I have planned today. Yeah, it starts as 2 liquids and becomes a solid, yes. You may ponder the orbs. And yes, you can make dice. I learned that, recently. It was surprising to me as well. Okay, what do I need? Maybe I want this one. I don't know which one I want. I have a couple different shades of gold, and I don't know which one I want to use. I actually think I want to use that one. Okay. So I have the white, I have the black. What about, is this, which gold is it? Oh, that's interference gold. Wait a moment, that's the wrong one. I want... that. Okay. So here's the plan. Here is the plan, chatteroonies. We are making a couple different sets of dice. I took some of your recommendations. Some of my server members got to suggest some dice ideas. Well, we're gonna have some voltage dice. I think only 2 sets of voltage dice. So we're doing that. We're going to do a marble pattern set of dice. And then you guys are gonna love this one. You're gonna love this one. This one will take us the most prep work. Alpha Legion dice. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. So yeah, that's the plan for today. That's all I got for now. Sorry for the dead space, dead air. I'm just trying to make sure I have everything that I need. The prep always, not always, generally takes longer than the dice pouring. Okay, let me grab. You're gonna love this. Okay. The chest. Okay, is it down? It is here, right? Yes, it is. Yeah, I don't think I need anything else. Okay. So you're making weighted dice? No, I don't make weighted dice. It goes against my principles. So no, I never make weighted dice. Okay. So. The part that's going to take us the longest here is going to be making the dice. The Alpha Legion dice, because what do we have here? We have some snake skin. Ooh. You can see that this was part of the snake's head over here. I don't have the zoomy in camera because, you know, it's being a butt. But we really don't need it for this stream. This stream is very much, just a high level. So yeah, ethically sourced snakeskin, aka my friend found it and gave it to me. They found it on the ground and gave it to me. So, I have no clue what snake this is. Don't ask. I don't know. Look, they're like, hey, I have some snakeskin. Do you want it? I'm like, yes. This was the first bit of snakeskin he gave me, and I've used up most of it. This is from, hang on. Let me show you. This is from one snake. Chat. That's a long snake. I have no clue. Don't ask me what snake. I have no idea. They work at a place where there is... It's remote. Let's call it that. So we'll probably need both sets of snakeskin. Not all of it, of course, but... Can I eat it? Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to do that? Oh yeah, I guess we can narrow it down there. It's not a rattlesnake. There's no rattle. There's the tail. Okay, can I show you the face on this one? I think I used part of the face. Yeah, I think I... Oh, wait, or is this... No, I think these are two separate snakes. I can't remember, though. If I did get two snakes from him at one point. I'm actually not sure. Oh, wait, no, this is, I think, part of the same snake. Because if I line this up... Yeah. Yeah, this is the same snake. So this is the snake's head. There you go. So, we're gonna use the snake skin. And we're going to make some Alpha Legion dice. This will take us the longest bit because we're gonna need to cut up some strips. Skizzers! I don't use, the bottom scales because they just don't look like snakeskin. So, we're just gonna cut those off. They are not needed. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do this in big sections. We're gonna cut this off. I will... You know what? Oh, here's what we're gonna do, chat. We're gonna do a giant Alpha Legion die, and I'll put this piece here, or like most of it, into the giant D20. How about that? So that one will have like the snake head. Do we like that idea? We like that idea? I think that's cool. That's what I'm thinking we'll do, but if you guys can think of something cooler, I'm all ears. I'm all ears. Okay. We'll just start with this. Usually for the snake skin, I just start cutting down the side, and at some point I stop. D100, well, D100s, when I make them, are like 2D10s. So it's a D10, like single digit, and then a D10 with double digits. So I don't have the mold for a D100. And frankly, I don't find D100s very pleasant to look at. You can't really see much of the inside. And they're also a pain. They would be a pain to sand and polish, and it's not worth my time. Unless people really wanted it. Hang on. Okay. So I'm just gonna cut a giant strip off this boy. Because we're gonna make, I wanna make a lot of Alpha Legion dice, because I feel like you guys will enjoy it about as much as the Warpstone dice. Snakeskin dice in the title? Sure. There. Fixed, changed. Good suggestion. Good suggestion, mods. Hello, hello, hello! I'm skinning a snake. That's not true. It's, you know, no snakes were harmed. This is ethically sourced. It just got picked up off the ground. Okay. I always have a hard time gauging how much I'll need. We're gonna just cut it here. Okay. Now I have dirt all over my countertop. Well, my mat, really. It's not a countertop. Okay. Why did you pick it up off the ground? I didn't pick the snake up. It was the skin, and I didn't pick it up. My friend did. Cause he knows I make dice for fun, and was like, would you like this? I said, yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay. So, here's the strat. Here's the plan. So, snakeskin, we don't want just... This is nice. This is lovely. But when you put it in resin by itself, it just doesn't look as nice. So here's what we're gonna do. we need to paint the snake skin. And then what we're going to do is we are going to apply these powders. One of them, I haven't decided. But as you can see with this one really well. It's blue at this angle, but green here. They're color shifting. This one is also easy to tell. I haven't decided which one we're gonna do yet. This one is more sparkly, which might be easier to see. But I figured this would be perfect for the Alpha Legion. So we got to get our paints ready. So I have this teal. We're gonna make it like a lot darker. How hard is it to make dice on your own? If you have all like the equipment, it's not too terribly hard. The equipment is quite the barrier to entry, if I'm being honest. Because in order to make your dice really nice, you need to have a pressure chamber so you don't have bubbles, air bubbles in your dice. That's generally the biggest stumbling block, and those aren't cheap because you need a pressure chamber and an air compressor. Yeah, that's generally the issue. Nice filter for your hands hiding your Skaven claws. What are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about. So I'm mixing here. I have this metallic charcoal gray and this teal. I have not really messed with getting the colors right for this, so this is my first time really giving this a go. And did not grab water. How much did mine cost? I'm trying to remember. I found the air compressor at a discount for like $100, I think. And for the pressure chamber, you also have to modify the pressure chamber. I think that was another 100, 150 with modifications. But I don't 100% remember. I found it on the ground. I think you were talking about the snake, but I like the idea that I just found a whole dice setup on the ground and I just picked it up. Although I will say I do pick up frogs when I find them. I see a frog on the ground chilling by himself. I'm like, well, you've made a mistake, buddy. It's time for you to get picked up. This is not mixing like I want it to. It is getting more metallic, but it's not the right color. I want it to be a green-blue. An ethically produced air compressor. I just found it on the ground. Yeah. No wonder you found Froggy. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. I was at a public outing with some friends, and I picked up several frogs because I was very excited to see them. Yeah, look, I'm not in the business of kissing random animals that I don't know. That's how you get sick. Oh, congrats, Aurelia. It's more green now, but... Okay, this is gonna end up being a big glob by the end. So is touching their dead skin? Are you saying... What? The skin can't... It was, like, dried out, like... from a hot minute ago. Yes, I'm sure you can get sick if it's like really fresh skin, but I did not touch it when it was really fresh. You are very hung up on this one point. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere. Oh my gosh, I have so much paint. But we have to paint both sides, so, you know, we're gonna be fine. We'll be chilling. How much PSI do you need in the air compressor? It depends. At least 40 or 50. I say it depends because the pressure you make your molds at, you need to be a little below that. But I would say 50 at least. You can get away with 30, but if you want to really make sure... See, now I'm concerned this is the wrong shade. Hang on. Alpha Legion's a little brighter, and yeah, yeah, it's too green now. Dang it. Yeah. Yeah, I put too much green in it the first time. We're just gonna start over. Alright. Well, that was a waste of paint. That's okay. Not Alfarius colored. It's not right. It's too green. Green. Let me clean that. Okay. Okay. Actually, now that I'm looking at some of this Alpha Legion stuff, maybe my first guess was accurate. Let's try that again. What if we just did 2 parts? There we go. Let's see here. What dice set that you made are you most proud of? I really like the Code Red dice, but I also made some dice for my friend Aya Amare. Those turned out exactly as I envisioned them. Like, I have a plan in my mind. I'm like, okay, this is what the dice are gonna look like. This is what I imagine they'll be. And then I try to get as close to that as possible. And those dice, I pretty much nailed it. It's rare that I can do that, but I had a very specific vision. Oh wow, this looks like Baja Blast. That's like the perfect shade of Baja Blast. You guys can't tell on your screen, but it's like opaque Baja Blast. Yeah, those, I knew what I wanted to do, and I executed flawlessly. I say that not to be like a braggart, but in my mind, it was very good. Alright. Now we paint the skin. That sounds very ominous, but not that ominous. We gotta spread it out. Sometimes if you put like too much paint down, it doesn't look good. You gotta spread the paint out. The part about this that takes the longest is just waiting for the paint to dry. Because sometimes you need to do 2 coats. I don't think we'll need to do that here. I need something to hold it down. Is this Nightlord's Arts and Craft? No, because it's just snake skin. No humans or snakes were harmed during the making of these dice. Okay. And we'll get the head here in a second. Do we like my idea for the snake head, putting it in a giant D20? Do we like that idea? Do we like that concept? I'll probably still use the skin even if you guys don't like that. But I think it'd be cool. Oh, is it absorbing the moisture and getting wonky? No, it's because the skin is dry. Like, I got this snake skin over 6 months ago, I think. So the snake skin, it's just because of how it was stored. It's all like crinkled and it's folded up on itself. That's the problem. But it's already... It's not a big deal because I actually like these kind of natural folds because then it makes unique shapes when they're inside the dice. Alright, we're gonna paint the head. I really like this color because what ended up happening here is that the gray metallic, so it darkened it first off, but it also gave, naturally, it gave it a metallic sheen, which looks kind of nice. Let go. Let go of me. Let go. Thank you. I'm gonna need to make up some more paint because we'll need some for the other side of the skin. In general, you have to do both sides, otherwise it looks kind of... Like, it looks okay, but it looks better when you get both sides painted. There. Do 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 do. Oh. Look at these bad boys. Okay. Ugh. Free range snakeskin, yeah. I feel like I need to, like, I need to clarify, because sometimes people get bent out of shape. Like, naturally, I don't want snakes to suffer. And I have to clarify, like, we just found this one on the ground. I can't wait to see how this becomes dice. I have a good plan. I have a good plan. Let's see. Gonna wipe my hands off. We're gonna let that dry. So in the meantime, we will prepare a couple other things. Now, we have our... We use this container, so we're gonna slide snakeskin over here. I'm about to put more paint down, but since I'm working on this surface, I don't want anything else to get paint on it that doesn't need paint. In case anyone wants to know, this is a makeup wipe. Makeup wipes work really well when it comes to cleaning like liquids up when you're doing hobby things. It gets resin off and, you know, it's safe for your skin. Okay. Okay. That poor table? No. This is, one sec. This is silicone. It's a silicone protective mat. So, we've got... Where is it? Oh, it's in the drawer. We've got some Voltage Mountain Dew in these orbs. We're only gonna make 10 of these because I jacked these up and I'm gonna have to fix them another time, which is a shame because I made sure the seal was really nice and flush on a lot of these and I'm annoyed. Unless you guys really, like, didn't care that some of the orbs are half full of voltage, you know, then we would use them, but I don't know. I don't know if you guys would be into that. Are you guys into that? Would you would you get voltage dice even if the orbs were anywhere between halfway and 2/3 full? Yes. So I did it. Here's what happened with the voltage Mountain Dew. I had a voltage on stream, and then I didn't finish it. And after stream, I realized I didn't finish it. Like, I didn't finish it, so it was like several hours later. And then I, over the course of the weekend, filled up the orbs. So yes. Allows more movement. If you guys think so, I mean, I can make them. That's not a big deal. I just wanted to ask before you guys are going to, you know, if you guys wanted to have them even if they were halfway full. How are the orbs filled? I have a pipette. Not this one specifically, but a pipette. And then I use UV resin to seal up the gaps. Oh no, so they're all parasocial dice. No, no, we actually don't know who got the parasocial dice. Actually, I don't know. I don't know. Let me grab my resin. Ethically filled Mountain Dew balls. Yep. Yes, sir. Why are we painting snake scales? Alpha Legion dice. That's why. That's why. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. What I realized last time when I was making the Code Red dice is that there would be some surfaces where the glass orb would touch the edge of the mold. That's a problem. So I'm gonna try a solution where I put a tiny bit of UV resin on the very bottom so that the bottom is completely covered in resin. That's the plan. I don't know how well it's gonna work, if I'm being honest. What would you do for salamander dice? There's no dragons. They'd probably be... I have a dice method. It's hard to explain. But I have a dice method where it kind of looks like fire. And then I might put some, like, snake skin in the dice. Anyways. What paintbrush set do I use? For this, I just use a regular paintbrush set that I got at the hobby store. But if you're talking about miniatures, I use golden maple brushes, generally. No, I have not done Sister of Battle dice. There's a lot of dice sets that people want me to make, but I only have so much time in the day between streaming, working for the Emperor, and planning things for you guys. So, we're gonna see. I'll even get a glove on. One moment. See if this works. And if it doesn't, well, it's not too hard to just peel this off. So I'm gonna put a little bit of UV resin on like the tip here. Where did that... There we go. I'm spreading out the UV resin so it doesn't sit as tall. I just kind of want it to create like a little protective layer. Then I use the UV light. I like the golden gloves. Thank you. Thank you. Oh. Ow. Ow. Am I Alfarius? No. But if I was Alfarius, would I tell you I was Alfarius? Maybe. Well, for this one, it's... I'd have to, like, get my head under the table to look up into the light. Which I'm not gonna do. Alright, let's... Yeah, so the general problem is that this sinks to the bottom. And the weight makes it so the glass touches the bottom of the die. So I'm hoping to avoid that by putting a little bit of UV resin. I think I could do a little bit more. There's really only a tiny area that pops up. But ultimately, I want to get some molds that fit these better, or get a better sized orb for this. Okay, this should... Are these D1s? No. D6s. She's really a Skaven. What makes you say that? What makes you say that? Like, what's the proof here? What's the proof? These fit a little too well in the mold. Dem claws? My, like, regular nails? Yeah, the other concern that I have is that the 2 and the 4 sides also have the same problem. And I'm worried that I'll have the same issue. I can always see if I can just slide it over. Just because there's a Skaven in my hair doesn't mean I am a Skaven. I don't know if we could avoid the sides. We could avoid the bottom, but I don't think we can avoid the sides with the way I made these. Oh well, it is what it is. Okay. We're gonna do these really fast. That's a lot. I didn't mean to do that much. Well, it's fine. Whatever. What do you mean am I secretly a Drukhari? What the heck? Huh? Where is the evidence? Where is the evidence? Excuse me? Ear? That's it? What? I'm being misrepresented. Chat's being mean to me again. There we go. Alrighty, the next one.
And I must say that almost everything I've witnessed has been created.
I always get made fun of because of my ears. I can never...
It is the Bane Blade!
People never see past my ears. You don't understand, chat. You don't understand. Clearly a Drukhari? What? In what way am I super debauched? Tell me. Tell me. Literally made yourself dark when someone asked if she's a Drukhari? No, that wasn't me. Twitch has the ability to control my model and the colors sometimes. I did not do that. I did not do that. You guys can't see it, but I'm basically straightening out the orb so it's... Come on. There you go. Angel's Kiss, that's not debauched, though. I'm sorry, tell me what part of that art was debauched. You won't... You look, I'm not commissioning lewd things.
No.
What about the hand holding? Yes, hand holding is so debauched. Yes, yes. Is Goth Aurelia your alt self who loves Corvus Corax? No, no, no. That's just Black Rage Aurelia. That's what that is. Hand holding gets you pregnant? Oh no! Oh no! Why you never hold hands with girls? You just, it's not worth it. It's not worth it, chat. Mm-mm. Unprotected hand holding. Oh my gosh. Getting this orb in. All about that orb, about that orb. More orbing. All roads lead to hand holding? Dang. Dang. He speaks as though he knows. Congratulations, brother. Hatemonger wouldn't approve of hand-holding. Not with women. Ew, not women. She's right. I did that once. Now she won't leave and sucks the life out of my wallet. Oh, but do you love her? But do you love her? Are you happy she's in your life? I'm waiting, Iron Father Gothic. I must know. Tasty, thank you so much for the bits. Hand-holding, the #1 reason for unintended pregnancy, according to the Emperor as well. Yeah, see, the Emperor knows. Mm-hmm. Maybe, only a maybe. Chat, find his girlfriend and show her those messages. It's only a maybe. It's only a maybe. Staven, just a heads up, my lore is a little bit different from what GW decided to do. I recommend you check out my lore video. I made up this concept before GW did their retcon, so the timing was unfortunate, but definitely check out my lore video. It's, if you have time, it's kind of cool in my opinion. But yeah, don't worry, I'm definitely not canon because this is a fan-made character. You did get married? Okay, good, good, good. You kind of like her, good. This is my OC, please don't steal. Yes. Yes, this is true. Please don't steal. Oh, you were joking. You were talking about Space King Staven. Sorry, my bad. My bad. I generally lead with that because some people you know, understandably are confused about my origins. Unless they watch, like, my streams and they, like, have more information, they generally don't, they don't have all the info. Okay, cool. Glad we're on the same page then, bro. Too late, already sold her to GW? No! No! I don't care, you're canon to me. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. That's actually, it's quite high praise, considering it's just a silly little OC with a who has a lot of love for Sanguinius. So being called canon is nice. It's on YouTube. Can we link the lore video again for Twitch chat, please? I appreciate it. Yeah, I do wish they had done more for Sisters of Silence. It's very, very unfortunate, but, you know, it is what it is. Can't do anything about it except take over GW. Become the #1 shareholder. Yeah, silly OC, but doesn't really affect canon lore, so there's no reason we can't treat it as canon. Well, you could say it does affect canon lore, that I got married to Sanguinius. That's kind of the one glaring bit there, where someone might be like, But if you want to treat it as canon in your hearts, I'm not going to say no to that. Fingers are sticky from touching the orbs. Ugh. They've got, like, Mountain Dew residue on them. I prefer the canon lore to what was given before. I appreciate it, I appreciate it. Would we be able to retcon a retcon at some point? Perhaps. I don't know how that would work. What if we decide you think you got married to Sanguinius when we put you in our games? No! I can't be delusional in your games. I have to be married to Sanguinius. That's not allowed. I will come find you if your headcanon is that I'm delusional. You're canon to me, you lug around a handheld tank artillery with a big bayonet in battle. That's pretty sick, I love that. Why are you spraying me? I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. What did I say? What did I say that was sus? Rose, he's watching the lore video. He's watching the video! I do love the comments that people have made on the lore video. That makes me feel nice. The hand-holding with Sanguinius talk? Well, you would hold his hand if you could. What did I just walk into? Is that snakeskin? Yes, we're painting snakeskin for Alpha Legion dice. I feel like that is acceptable. We're almost done with the... I didn't see any comments on this. Would you guys care if there was like 2 sets of voltage dice that were kind of halfway filled with voltage? Is that a problem? Would you be upset by that? Because I can make them, if you guys don't mind. You're the captain, we're just the captives. Whoa, that's wild. You can't say that. Would the liquid throw off the balance of the roll? No. No, it wouldn't. How does halfway filled with voltage? What does that mean? Oh, voltage Mountain Dew. This orb has liquid, like the Mountain Dew liquid in it. No, don't worry, Keith. I understood what you're saying. I was just clarifying. It was just halfway, it wasn't completely filled. She spikes the dice with Mountain Dew to supercharge the rolls. Yeah, mm-hmm. Is that gonna mold over? No. No. Shouldn't. And even, it shouldn't, but if it did, now you have Nurgle dice. Isn't that perfect? Isn't that perfect? No, but it shouldn't. It's perfectly sealed in this orb. What's the next pair of dice you're making? We're making Alpha Legion dice. Today. As for the next time we make dice, I'm not sure yet. What happens if you hit the Exterminatus button? Chat blows up. But. You have to make it funny. Has to be funny. Well, it doesn't have to, but I like it when it's funny. You're more likely to get your channel points redeemed if you make it a funny moment when you blow up chat. Oh, shoot. Get out of here. When would it be funny? You'll know. You'll know. Like, you have to read the room and be like, you know what would be funny? If I blew up the chat right now. Okay. I'm gonna set this off to the side. We're gonna do the next set of the snake skin. I'm terrible at that. I don't know what to say then. Don't know what to say to you then. Okay. Snake. Oh, thank you, Tasty. Thank you so much for the 500 bits. Gotta go. Nice watching you. Have fun with your dead snake. The snake isn't dead. I'm sure. Well, actually, it could be dead. I didn't kill it though. Have a good day. Keith, I see you're channeling your Dorn here. Okay. That could work. That might be fine. What are we doing? Dice. Mountain Dew Slayer. We have voltage dice here. Mountain Dew voltage dice. Okay. Stop, and then we'll paint the other side. Let that dry. Okay. When I had my ball python, he'd shed every couple months. Yeah, this one was just found in the outside. I'm not gonna go as heavy on this side because most of it is, most of it shows through. But there are like some patches that need just a little bit of a touch up. Yeah, you guys can see here there's like a dark patch from the snake skin, so we're just gonna go a little brushy brush. The other side, you definitely have to put more work and effort into it. Okay. Okay. Go. Imagine going about your snaky business as some lady steals your old skin and turns it into dice. Well, they don't know that. They, like, left their skin. I don't even know what you guys heard. Or what you didn't hear. They don't know that. Why did I feel Fulgrim's skin? I wouldn't touch Fulgrim with like a 9-foot pole. So that's a redeem that turns me into a Sister of Silence. That's what happens. Yes, Ralph, I do have a 3D printer, a resin one, but it's a pain in the butt. It's a pain in my butt. Okay, it looks like there's, a poll that's gone up on Twitch. Thank you, mods. It looks like most people, it's a... Well, actually, guys, fill out the poll really fast. Should I make voltage dice out of the half-full orbs? Vote, vote, vote. Either I'll discard the faulty orbs or I'll make more dice, which means more opportunities if you would like to get them later, because I do sell these, because you guys think they're cool. So. Icky. Does that sound weird? No, so they're not, it's not going to alter the balance because as you're rolling the dice, like, here, this is a faulty die. This is a faulty die. When you roll the die, you didn't even see it. It rolled off screen. Of course it did. Okay, 1 second. Why? When you roll a die, it generally goes really fast, so the liquid inside is just going to keep moving. So, in theory, not in theory, it shouldn't pose any problems. Ugh. Ugh. It looks like most people are saying yes, so I will continue the process. That there. I need to make more molds, honestly. I want to make molds on stream when I have, like, the time, but I have not done that yet. Oh, well. Oh, well. Okay. I'm gonna finish. After I get this done, the snakeskin should be dry. We will apply the powder, make it nice and sparkly. And then, well, not sparkly, but it'll give it a color shift. And then we'll cut it up, prep that mold, and it should be pretty quick. I was honestly wondering if we should maybe do more this stream. I'm glad I did these orbs well in advance of stream, because the last time I filled them up, it was on a stream, it took so long. It took so long. But we'll see what more we might do. Oh, you know, if we have time, we may just go ahead and watch the Hunter the Parenting episode. How long is that? How long is that new Hunter the Parenting episode, guys? Good night, Panda. Get some good sleep. $36 minutes? Oh, that's totally doable. Okay, we can totally do that. Yeah, if this goes pretty quick, we can watch the Hunter the Parenting episode. Oh my word. I'm glad you liked the video. See ya, Pax. Is that resin or is that dew? That's dew, but where did it come from? Oh, wait. Is that a hole? Oh, yeah, that's a hole there. Shoot. I think... One second, let me patch this bad boy up. There we go. My introduction to Aurelia was the Key and Peele MMA fight skit. Oh my gosh, that... I had not seen that skit, and it worked. It was well done to turn it into a Warhammer meme. There was another fight, like, MMA fight skit that was like... I didn't watch it in advance, and that was a mistake, and it was very, it was something. It was something. I started to, like, make a short for it, and I'm like, you know, I just don't feel... I feel weird about this. I'm not gonna turn this into a short or a video. It was just like, My reaction was very good, I think. First time catching you live. I'm sure you hear this a lot, but you helped me get into Warhammer. I'm painting my first mini now. Oh my gosh, Taylor! It's so cool to hear that. I think we had this conversation the other day. It's something I'm hearing more frequently now, but it surprises me, and I'm very happy that people are getting into Warhammer. I'm very humbled. Because if you had talked to me 2-3 years ago when I was getting into Warhammer, that people would say that to me that were like not like people I know, I would be like, no, there's no way. I'm just a silly girl that just really enjoys the hobby. But I appreciate you saying that. That always makes me happy when I hear that. What mini are you painting, Taylor? I must know. What mini are you painting? What faction did you choose? I'm happy you like the fan art of you and Sanguinies. Yes, I did like it. Thank you. It was so sweet. Hi, Fan Derek. Good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome in. It's an AOS test mini so I can practice before I paint my Lady Oleander. Test minis. Highly recommend that. I got the back of my shelf. I went back and looked at my shelf, but I can't see it. I don't know where I put it. But I 3D printed some Custodes that I, did test painting for to make sure it turned out the way I wanted it to. And the auto mod, blocks when you tag me. So if you sent any messages with the @ in it, it got blocked. So just type it up without the @ by the way. So I couldn't see, I didn't see whatever. I saw something that I got tagged in, but I didn't see what it said. I got Sisters and Skaven to build and paint. That's quite a mixture. That's quite a mixture I was not expecting to hear. Oh, asked what's a good list or playlist of GW videos to look at. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there's a ton. No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Sometimes it's just, it wasn't the, you didn't hit like the, you can have long messages, it just, when the auto mod just blocks the tag. Otherwise, I just get bogged down in tags all the time, and it's like, oh, it's mainly so my mods can get a hold of me if there's something up. Painting Votan right now? Excellent. I got into Warhammer last year, but I got locked in more this year. Make it your New Year's resolution. Get into more Warhammer. That's just asking to be broke. Ooh, for those of you who, you know, are just joining us. I'll say this again and I'll hype it up. I don't have the details yet because I'm waiting on a few things. But for those of you who are into painting minis or, you know, like are starting to get into it, whatever, we're going to be doing a mini competition here very, very soon. Some of my community members made a primer for my custom or homebrew Space Marine chapter. I had the name and they made up the lore. So we're going to do a mini competition here very, very soon regarding those guys. So, you know, get your paintbrushes ready because in the next week or two, I will be giving you more details on it. Yes, a mini competition. Yes. I'm trying to get into the lore, but I keep getting confused. I didn't, until recently, know that the Iron Hands and the Iron Warriors are two different things. Yeah, that one is, I could totally see how that would be confusing. I totally see how that would be confusing. Very similar names. I can't blame you. My cat is trying to eat your model on the screen. Please advise. What do I do? I don't know. What's with cats and like wanting to stare or look at my model on screen? This is not the first time I've heard someone say that their cat was very interested in me. They know you're an Eldar, but I'm not. But I'm not, though. We will do a writing competition as well. Maybe I should start the writing competition now while I am waiting on a few things. I love doing short story writing competitions. They're fun. You're getting side-eyed by my bearded dragon. That's a first. I've never heard that one before. I've not heard that one before. Wait. A short story competition? I'm down. Yeah. We'll okay, well, I'll put that together. I'll put that together. I'll give you guys. We did one recently, but, you know, I feel like we should do another with the primer recently released. Man, my hands are so sticky from the Mountain Dew. Ugh. Ever since I started looking into the lore, I've had so many ideas for plot points that could be interesting. Okay. I'll put that together. I'll put that together. The time for competitions and fun and just silly little ideas. Alrighty. Last one, last time. Would it be okay to paint my homebrew sister order as well? Yeah. Yeah, if you guys want to paint that, I didn't come up with the lore, the community did. But yeah, I don't care. You guys can paint whatever you want. You guys can paint whatever you want. Almost done. Oh. I watched you cover your minis in gold flake. That was insane looking. That means you went far back in the videos, my guy. Oh. Oh, you went far back. That was like in the very beginning because I saw a video on YouTube. I'm like, oh, that seems interesting. Let me try that. Oh, no. Oh my gosh. It was cool. It just doesn't have that same like polished look, in my opinion. You don't want to cover your whole mini in the gold flake. You really want to use it as a highlight. That was within my first year of streaming. Yes, that was a hot minute, as the kids say. Yikes. Wow. But my day has been very well. Thank you so it's gone very well. Thank you so much, Spike. Wow. Holy moly, I was not expecting to, you know, hear that today. Take this glove off. Okay. So we have the dew dice done. Once we get this the Alpha Legion dice taken care of, we're pretty much set. Okay. That's gonna go over here. Now, I've had mixed success with getting the this powder to stick the way I want it to. I've thought about mixing the powder into paint, but I don't want it to get ruined and get drowned out by the paint, so I usually apply it like this. This away. Let me wipe it down really fast. It's really sticky. I'm gonna have to clean it later. Okay. Can I put that over here? Okay. So we're gonna start with this. So this is from Eye Candy. It's a pigment powder place. And it has a blue-green color shift. So you can't see it, but you could kind of see it. It's blue at this angle. Green, blue, green, blue. Oh, thank you, Dragier of Krieg. I appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you have a good one. I'll wipe that. Okay. And let me get my brush. Sorry, I'm packing a couple things up while I'm trying to clean as I go. So we're gonna start with this powder. I think this is my first time using it. I bought these a while ago, but this is really like my first time. I don't know if you guys, how well you guys can see that. It is very sparkly. Let me turn my fan off. I do not want this to blow everywhere. So the whole objective is just to get the cracks between the scales. And this is why we paint it, because if we just put the powder on, you wouldn't be able to see that. I know from experience. So the scales themselves won't color shift, but it'll be the cracks in between them that'll have that nice color shift. And we're gonna do both sides. I don't know how much you guys, yeah, you guys can't really see this. This is when the zoomed in camera would be really nice because you guys could see how sparkly this is, but the stand that doctor recommended won't come in until Monday. So tomorrow. I was hoping it would come in today, but alas, we are not that fortunate today, brothers. It's okay. This would be like one of the few things that you would really see if I had the camera set up, so it's not critical to stream. Flip it, and then this. Some of the powder on this side. So I'm applying it to both sides because the plan for the dice is to have them mostly clear, have the snakeskin inside, and then a couple swirls of color in there. So it creates some dimension and depth beyond just the snakeskin being in there by itself. Other than, like, if it's just the snakeskin, it doesn't always look very exciting, to say the least. So by having both sides covered, you get to have dimension no matter what angle you're looking at the snakeskin from. And you'll have more in there too. Couple swirls. I think I'll probably do this in like a swirl. Haven't quite decided. Okay. So here, let's see if I can show. You guys can kind of see the color shift is really easy to tell. It's easier to tell here because you have so many angles, but can you see that? The green and the blue. Yes, it's a mica powder. Pretty much. I'm from YouTube, enjoying your game video reacts. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it. But yeah, can you guys see that? And then here's the other side. This one is harder to tell because this one's mostly in the cracks. Yeah, it should be pretty cool. Alfara's vibes indeed. Yeah, I was pretty excited. I was like, oh man, we gotta have this. I gotta find the mold for the big die though. And look how much look how much powder got left behind. Like, oh gosh. See if I can pick some of it up here. I don't know if I can. Because it's a silicone mat, it kind of retains anything, especially powders that fall onto it. So, you know, we may be out of luck there. Okay. I'm gonna just put a big chunk of powder on here and then start spreading it around. And for this, we've got to cut this sections of scales afterwards, so. Here's another. You get to see the difference between the area that's. You could definitely see what section has the powder on it and which section doesn't, right? This does, this does, this doesn't, this side doesn't. You see that? So, Taylor, when you say use tape, what do you mean? Because, unfortunately, if I tape this down, like, I want to know what you mean before I say anything. Tape to clean up? Oh, well, for this, it's... Watch this. The makeup wipe is superior in this case. For glitter, probably not, but for a mica powder like this, makeup wipe on a silicone mat is so easy. I am very excited for this set of dice. You guys are gonna love it. I like to have like a banger set that I know you guys are gonna love, like the Warpstone dice. I was very excited about that because I was like, they're gonna love this. They're gonna go feral for the Warpstone dice, and I think you guys will go feral for this as well. There's so many Alpha Legion stands in here. I had to. Observe. This side will be pretty quick, hopefully. One of the things I will say, if you are painting snakeskin and doing this technique like I am, make sure the color of the snakeskin that you painted is really close to the color you're using. Because there are times where I did a white snakeskin and then I did blue powder, and it just doesn't look the same. Like, you lose the blue in the white. And you don't really want that when the objective is to make the color pop. It does limit your ability to do cool combinations, but you're better off making sure your main color pops. It'll look more dragony if the colors match. Because obviously this isn't a dragon, it's a snake. We're just trying to make it look, well, we're trying to make it look like a hydra. We're being specific here. Yeah, I was worried about this. I knew that when we flipped it over, I was going to lose a lot of the powder, because it doesn't adhere very well, unfortunately. But, you know, you gotta get some of it on there. Ugh. Boom. Okay, now we gotta cut strips. So we're gonna put these in blank molds because I don't want the dice to, the snakeskin to potentially touch the edge of the dice, and then sanding becomes an absolute pain. So we have to do 20 of these. So I need... Yeah, mica powder is pretty cool. Second, let me cut the belly of this off. So the way I like to do snakeskin is I like to cut the snakeskin in strips lengthwise. So you can see the snake's body travels like this. So I like to cut them in similar strips because I think that you get a better, it gives you more of a dragon feel than if I did it sideways. You're like, oh, that's just a chunk, but it feels like it's like coiling. Could you use spray on varnish to retain more powder? I could. I've not tried that because one of the issues is that you need to make sure whatever materials you're using are not going to prevent the epoxy resin from solidifying, from hardening. That is a huge problem because if your dice aren't cured, they're hazardous, you know, pretty much. So I have not tried that for that reason. But I'm not saying it couldn't work. You technically could get away with it because if you do blank dice molds, your resin could be uncured in the center. As long as the shell or the outer layer of the die are properly like cured, then you shouldn't have an issue. So basically the concept is just cut a strip and then curl it in the inside. So the scales won't show on every single side, but it should show on a good portion of them. But I like to do the wraparound method because it gives the illusion that there is like a dragon in the die. And looking at the snakeskin now, it really does feel like I'm working with magical creature. Like, oh yeah, this is from a Hydra. I got this fresh. Got this fresh from the magical supplier. Right. Add into 2. I'm gonna have to probably ration this a little bit. I probably should have made a little bit more so I could have large strips, but it is what it is. There we go. Whoop. Snakeskin, the Alpha Legion. Yeah, these are Alpha Legion dice. Yeah, that's the whole plan here. Let's see. We're gonna cut this in. And what I'll probably do for one of the D20s, I'll probably have a little bit of extra skin. Actually, no, I actually might have just the right amount. Never mind. I lied. I think I'll have just the right. Go. Do. Ooh. Three, 4. Ooh. Oh, this will be close. I should have cut some of the pieces a little bit smaller in the beginning, but, you know, I can't do anything about that now. Now, what color swirl do you think I should put inside? I was originally going to do the teal, but the teal of the skin really kind of takes up a lot of the color on the dice. Do you think I should do a white or a silver? What do we think? Do you think a white or a silver would look good? Safety OSHA orange. This is for the Alpha Legion. I don't think they really care about OSHA. There we go. All done. Perfect. And now it's pretty much, I gotta find the mold for this. I was looking for it earlier and I couldn't find it. Is it in this drawer? I might have to dig for it here in a second. I didn't think about making one like that until just now, so let's do this. We gotta do a little bit of cleanup. Earlier chat bought all my Imperial Guard help. My lobster's too buttery, my steak is too juicy. I don't know what to tell you, man. My beer ice cold, my Baja blasting. That's a good problem to have, man. That's a very good problem to have. That is a good sized stack of molds. How big is my pressure pot? 2.5 gallon. I just read it the side. Thank you, chat. Did they at least use code Aurelia when they bought all their Imperial Guard? Use discount code Aurelia if you're purchasing your minis with Zephyr Arcade. They did. I'll make sure they'll get the cool stickers. Good, 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 good. You get stickers if you use my code. Get your minis, chat. Alright. Got these. This mold here. Here. Okay. You've got these. I didn't explain what my... Oh, I might have said it. The last set of dice we're going to do today, we're going to do a marbled set. It's been a hot minute since I did a marble design. I'm a little worried that it's not going to turn out the way I want it to, but... oh well. We're just going to have to see how it goes. Marble. What color for the dice? Silver. Okay, you got it. I've got... yeah, I've got silver right here. Actually, go with a lighter silver. I have 2 shades. Oh, that's one. This one's a lighter silver. We'll use that one. Okay. This is here. We're about to get into the pouring stage. Okay. We need a couple cups. 1 second, chat. I'm picking things up so I don't have a problem. Hello, I'm in a Warhammer D&D session. I just saw your live. Focus on your D&D session, man. Your DM probably worked hard. Focus on your session. Your DM is probably sad and crying in the corner because they're like, they're not interested in my game. I used your code to buy some liquid green stuff. Apparently there's a bit of a shortage in the place I was... Oh, well. All the green stuff was bought. Dang, I should have got some liquid green stuff. I heard that's the goat. Just so you know, I'm having lots of fun watching you being crafty. Oh, I like hearing that. Thank you. I'm glad. These are very different streams. It's not Warhammer exactly. It is, you know, we're making dice that are Warhammer themed, but it is not Warhammer. So I'm always curious to how much people will enjoy a crafting session like this. Here, we'll close the poll. Can we close the poll? Mods, close the poll, please. Please. Okay. So, we have these lovely cups. We are going to do a couple things. So, for the marble dice set, this is the general concept This is what I want to use. My spoon. Oh, it's right here. We're good, we're good. Thank you. Okay. So for the marble, we're gonna do, it's gonna be, I'm trying to make it similar to what I intended for my Bane Blade. So I use this powder. This is micro pearl. Do I want micro pearl? Actually. Actually, I want macro pearl. Sorry, I grabbed the wrong one. Okay. I wanted to have some sparkle to that. That is more sparkle. You can't see it, but I can see it. So, we get big sparkle. I use a split pour cup because, frankly, it's a lot easier to do a marble pattern like this. So, we're doing silver, white, and gold. The way I do it is that I have 2 shades of white. So whatever you want your base color for the marble to be, you do 2 colors of that. You do a sparkly color, and then you do an opaque color. That's what this Bombay ink is going to be for. Then you do your secondary colors. You could do 5 slots for a split pour cup, but we're just gonna do 4. The gold is the primary one that I want to pop up. So I put gold right next to the white. You have to separate the whites, otherwise you don't get that nice marble look, because if they're right next to each other, they tend to blend and it doesn't look as nice. And then we're going to do silver. This silver is like a little darker than the other one. We'll do it on the opposite side of the gold. So you'll have veins of white, like you'll have veins of silver in the white, and then veins of gold within the white as well. So, hi, I found out you had a Twitch, came here to say hi. Also, we sadly couldn't find any pumpkin cookie mix. My mom is working on an alternative. I can send you the recipe. It's in my Discord server. That's very sweet of you. I mean, I have a pumpkin cookie recipe that I make if you would like it, if you want your mom to try it. It's really good. I'm super biased though. What channel is it in, chat? Is it in the food channel? I did do a stream, and that was a while ago, where I had the recipe. See, look, even chat says it's good. We're gonna use this bright blue for the Baja Blast. Not the Baja Blast, gosh, the voltage dice. Yes. Chat, help navigate him to find the recipe in the Discord. I believe it's posted in there somewhere. So we're gonna use this sparkly blue. Need that. I just need a little bit. Yeah, it's a recipe that my dad got from another lady. I don't even think I've ever met her. But it's a very, very, very good recipe. I love pumpkin cookies. I apologize. Forwarded it in the live stream chat. It's no longer pinned. Okay, well that makes sense. Let's see. Okay. So we got our blue for these. And then we need to get the silver into a little cup. 1 second, chat. Sorry, I had to find the mold, and I also needed another cup, so... Actually, we don't need this cup. I already have other ones that I've used. I don't want to dirty all my cups. Let me think. We need cup for this. Clear here. Okay, I think that should be fine. I think we'll be good. I'll keep out another cup just in case. And then I'm going to use one of these little guys with a pipette to do the silver swirls inside the teal. So, I saw Warhammer VTuber and I clicked, hi Albert! We're not really doing anything Warhammer-y today. We are making Warhammer dice, aka six-sided dice. That's about as Warhammer as we're getting today. But I do a lot of fun stuff. We did some kit bashing yesterday. We played Space Marine 2. We just talk Warhammer all the time. That's what we do. Yes, I know the Alpha Legion is from Warhammer. Yes, I'm just saying... It's not like I'm like, well, this is how the Alpha Legion works. And then I, like, talk about the Alpha Legion as I'm making the Alpha Legion dice. Maybe I should do that. But... currently, it's just... we're not really doing Warhammer-y things. Not traditional Warhammer-y things. That's what I was saying. First time catching a stream? Hi! Welcome in, Swedish Serb. Do I play tabletop? Yes, I need to play some 11th. I need to talk to my friend Froggy. We'll probably play on, like, Tabletop Sim. Let me... do something fast. I'm gonna see if I can clean the paint off the little sections of here that were like the snake, where the snake's eyes were. I still have the, it got taken off of TTS, but as far as I'm aware, if you already had the mods, you're fine, you can still play. Okay. I need to get the other eye, and once I clean this other eye, we're good. Not the eye, where the eye was. And then we're pretty much ready to go. There you go. Now you can tell that was the snake's face. Okay, let me put this in here. And what's kind of cool is you can see where the jaw was. Isn't that kind of cool? A little unnerving, I won't lie, but that's like, isn't that kind of cool? Okay. Now this one I gotta be careful with because I don't want to tear the skin. Let's see, these are probably... Hashdowns, good to see you. First time watching you stream, I found you through your reaction video to Russian Badger playing Space Hulk Deathwing. That was such a good video. Oh my gosh. I'm glad you're here. That, I didn't know that video existed, and it was very funny. I loved it. It seems like people were telling me in the comment section of that video that, he is in the process of playing Space Marine 2, so hopefully... hopefully he comes out with a video very soon. I need to drink some water. Hang on. Pause. I'm gonna drink some water. I hope the Blood Angels win the battle for Armageddon, but, I hope they do at least. He finished recording last week, so give it 3 to 4 months. Well, it's gonna happen eventually. Okay, almost done here. Ah! No, I pulled it out! Trying to get this so it like looks nice. Little giving me. Oh well. I would have put this in, but I don't want to tear it by pulling it out. Hang on, guys. I gotta lock in by looking at it closely on my end. Really don't want to tear. Okay. We're gonna do this differently. I'm gonna put it in sideways. Because I can't really get the swirls in the way I put it in the first time. This, we're gonna like kind of curl it up. We're gonna curl it up so it stays, so it's easy to put in. And then once we kind of let go of it, it'll... Oh, come on. Ah! Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. Hang on. This is gonna work. I just need to lock in. It's giving me grief. Ah, okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're getting there. Oh, and great. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. I just realized your message was a super chat. Dude, I'm gonna mess it up if I keep doing this. Okay, I got it in. I got it in. Oh. It's stressful. Okay. One second, chat. Sorry, I'm not talking very much. Okay. Yay, we got it. We got it. Oy, sorry. Whew. Okay. Cool. So, now we get to the pouring. Let me make sure I have everything I don't need off my desk. I gotta watch that later. This I can just wipe off. Back. Cool. Alright, guys. We now get to the part where you must wear your PPE. Gloves required. Respirator extra required. Do this outside. Don't do what I'm doing, but what I'm doing here is this mat. Once we're done pouring, everything's going outside, so there's no resin that's staying in the room. So that's why I can do this, and it's pretty much fine. Mostly fine. Okay. My voice will sound weird, and the tracking will be funky. This is as expected. Okay. Put this here. Oh no, we might need that. All these over here. Gonna clear everything off. Whoop! I almost dropped stuff. Fine. Wishing luck with the pour. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. That in. Okay. So. I need this. So here's the plan. Most of the stuff we can do right away. So the strategy is we're going to take our clear resin. We're going to put clear resin in here, like mostly filled up. Clear resin in here, halfway filled up. And then we're going to pour the rest of the clear resin into here, a little bit into this blue cup, and then a little bit into the silver cup. And clear in here as well. This is a split pour cup. We have to wait about 10, I believe it's been a while since I've done this, but I think it's like 10-ish minutes before we can start pouring the marble dice. And then during that time, while we're waiting in the 10 minutes, we can start mixing this. And usually you wait a little bit longer to pipe the silver in. I don't think we'll need to do that. And then for the blue, we'll just pour it on top of the end. That's generally how all of this is gonna go. But we only have 40 minutes to get it all done. But I'm not worried. I think we'll get it done. I'm not stretching myself thin. Like I did one of my other pours where it was like, I was all over the place. I was like, oh, I have to do this and this and this. We have 3 designs. Pretty simple overall. Sounds like enough time to grab a Baja Blast from the fridge. Yeah, go get your Baja Blast. We still have to mix it. Is my mixer still working? Good. I need to get a new mixer. It is like dying. It's on its last legs. I need to get one. This one is well loved. It's gonna go here. Mixer is gonna go here by chat. So it's gonna be 3 minutes. Respirator on. In this bag? I don't remember. I don't recall. Oh, I mean for you, boss? Oh, wait, hang on. Wait a second. Oh, you meant me to go get a Baja Blast. Well, the thing is, because I'm wearing a respirator, I can't drink anything. So I'm gonna drink the rest of my water bottle here. But I can't drink until we're done pouring and I'm out of the room with all the resin. Guys, you have to wear a respirator if you don't want cancer. Okay? So, water's done. The mask is going on. Okay. Cancer doesn't sound so bad. Okay, bro. And let me know if at any point I like cover up what I'm doing. I did that like one of the other times and I didn't mean to. So please let me know if if I accidentally cover things up that I'm like not trying to cover up. Okay. Now, Let me think about how much I need to make here. Each dye is about 5 milliliters, but these are like halfway full, so this is gonna be, these are like 2. So this is probably gonna be 20. These are a little less. I don't want to have extra resin to pour. I honestly don't want to have extra stuff. 20. These are 5 apiece, so this is 100. 120. This would, yeah. These are times 3. Doing math is hard. So this is 150, and this would be, I'm gonna say 175. I think that's what we need. Except it's hard to do halvesies for 175, but oh well. Oh well. Oh, we could do it in ounces though. That should work. Yeah, that should work. Okay. Fan turned up to maximum. We'll need 2. Hang on, I'm adjusting my trays here. Okay. Cat, like before, keep track of the time for me. I do have custodian lungs, but you know, I'd rather not risk it. I'd rather not risk it for the biscuit. So, once I start mixing these, Cat, you keep the time. You let me know, because I have about 40-45 minutes of working time. This is the resin that I use. It was gifted to me by Chat. Thank you, Chat. This is really good resin. It's by Resiners. Really good stuff. So, we're going to do half of this. The ratio depends on your specific kind of resin. So this is a 1-to-1 ratio. Okay. Put lid on here. That out of the way. Okay, let me just check the level. Okay, that's what I need. So now we put the other half. All right, actually we might get it right on the nose, right at the top of the hour, so that's good. All right, we got 40 minutes now, thereabouts. That worked out really well. I'm actually glad that took a pause there for a second. Okay. Why do I have the helmet on? Because my tracking is going to be messed up while I mix resin. Not this one. So, for those of you who are new to this, if you're mixing epoxy resin, you want to scrape the sides and the bottom really well. So you give it a little bit of a mix yourself if you use an automatic mixer. The automatic mixer is honestly a game changer. It's amazing because you don't have to sit there mixing for 3 minutes. You can just do this. And it goes. Once again, makeup wipe is great to clean up your stuff, especially your resin as you're going. So we have about 3 minutes. Boop, boop, boop. I'm gonna actually lower this a tiny bit. The stand is a little high for the cup. Come on. So the nice thing about this is that it mixes it nice and evenly if you like wait. Is there a hex code for your plume trim or is it a Citadel paint color?
I mean, you can pull the hex code. I don't have a specific color. My artist drew. I just said I wanted golden purple, like a royal purple, and this is the purple she picked them. It wasn't a specific shade. But if I was painting a miniature of myself, I'd use Phoenician purple as the base. I find it interesting that most of what you use in this process is also used in nail art, but nail techs don't use respirators. I don't think nail techs use epoxy resin, but for UV resin, if you're really getting into, like, if your face is really close to it, you should probably use a respirator. I don't. Maybe I should, but I don't. Okay. So we got probably 2 more minutes. I'll give it more time. We are honestly in a really good spot here because these dice are like really like easy today. I don't have to think about it too much. I honestly think we'll be done with the pour in about 20-25 minutes, if I'm being honest. Cute helmet, thanks. Thank you, I designed it myself. Well, kind of. I asked for help. Yes, there are also different classes of respirators. Yes, that is important. Yes, please look at that as well. Do 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 ba do do do. Oh. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to pour the clear into cups, and I'm going to get the clear portioned out first. Because you can always add more clear to, like, your cups, but you can't turn something that already has powder in it into clear resin, so you gotta ration your clear resin out. Make sure you don't use too much. Okay, we'll wait until we hit 05. When we hit 05, I think then we can pull it off. We can be confident that it will mix. Oh, it just hit it. Great. I let it spin a little bit so I get all the resin off. Or like most of it. Obviously, it's still going to drip a bit. But you get most of it. And if you're really picky, you can scrape it off with your mixer. Okay. Okay. Now I'm just pour some of this into the cup. I could pour with the big cup, but sometimes it pours too quickly when you have a big cup. So, I'm just gonna do this. I'm just making sure you guys can still see this. So I'm gonna fill these up about like 2/3 full. I need to let the resin soak in around the snakeskin. And then I'll be piping in the silver later. So it will, the silver will end up filling up the rest of the dice. I don't need a bunch of clear. This. I really like how the snakeskin turned out. It's really vibrant and I'm a huge fan of it. This is when having a zoomed in angle might be nice. For making dice, you guys can see it a little bit better, but as I said before, it's not really required. Second, we need more. The snakeskin is moving, or is that the light reflecting? The snakeskin would also move because I'm pouring stuff in there. You know, it's going to be like disturbed. It will also raise to the surface a little bit, depending on, like this one did over here. But don't worry, the snake skin shouldn't be moving as if it's alive, because it's definitely from a snake that shed its skin. It's not. Don't worry, chat. Okay. Let me poke some of that down. Use this here in a second. Stay there. I'm not too worried about these pieces sticking up because these will inevitably go into like larger dice. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do. Oh, I'm gonna do this too. Fill this up. That figured itself out over here. So now I'm going to fill these dice about halfway. I really have to wait for these dice because they have to work around the liquid core. So I have to wait and see how much resin I put in there, how it leveled out. You don't need that much because the liquid core just takes up so much space in the dice. This is going to be interesting. I don't know if I'm going to have enough resin here. I don't know if I made enough. We're gonna find out though. Okay. Ooh, yeah, it's gonna be tight. Where do we kind of tight on resin, I think? But that's okay, that's okay. Okay, all right, that should be good. Now we're gonna keep some clear in reserve just in case. We're gonna do a tiny bit of this. This is the blue we're gonna do on top of the voltage dice. I really wanted that bright pop of color. Okay, we'll save that there. Ooh, we might only be able to make one set of marble dice today, based on how much resin I have left. We'll see. So I'm going to fill these up mostly equal parts. One second, I need to move these out of the way so you guys can see what I'm doing. There you go. I should have made 200. Ooh, it's gonna be so tight. Ooh, it's gonna be really tight, bros. I should have made about 50 more milliliters. Oh boy, oh boy. I use this little stick. Mix up the silver. I love your helmet. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Yeah, I think what has thrown me off and I didn't quite get the number right is how much resin I needed here, because I don't think I got that right. Okay, get the pipette going. We're have to be really light with the pipette. Like, we're not going to do as much silver as I wanted. Set that there to the side. We're going to start mixing up this resin here. I need a couple drops of white. We'll start with that. Gotta pick up the pace a little bit because it's almost time for me to pour the marble dice. Okay. The gold mixed in. This is a very nice gold. I'm a little worried it might be too much. I think I should have gone with the 5 part split pour cup. Split pour. But you know, we'll see. If these don't work out, it's fine. I could always, you know, I could still sand and polish them, and they just won't be exactly what I want. They'll still look nice, I think. Okay. All right, so we are going to move these over here. So our split pour method, we're just gonna go really slow, like slowly. Actually, we kind of go fast. I forget. It's been a while since I've done marble dice. Go. Let me make sure you guys can see. That's the hard part. Making dice so that you guys can see what I'm doing is a bit difficult. Oh, we'll see how this goes. We're just gonna be quick. Release the white. I want the resin to reach the front at about the same time so it mixes nicely, but it's not an issue if it doesn't. I don't think these are going to turn out like I was hoping, but it's okay. It's a shame you guys can't see. Oh, dude, we're not even going to make enough dice to fill up this one. Oh, no. Oh, no, chat. This is not good. Oh, this set is going to be a bust. That's a shame. Dang. I didn't even have enough to make a whole mold here. Yeah, these are going to be a bust. Oh, well. Maybe I can make 5 dice. Dang. Man, I haven't made dice since I think like April. I am off my game. Yikes. I don't normally mess up that badly. Because I was trying to fill up both of these and I didn't even get a full one. Man, oh well. Dibs on the bad dice? Well, it depends on how bad they turn out, man. Alright, we're gonna do... I'm gonna set these over here. These are probably not gonna do well in the pressure chamber because those aren't filled. But, yeah, I don't think we'll have leftover silver. That's the problem. I don't think we will. Oh chat, we done goofed. Dude, this is bad. I normally have way more resin than what I'm getting out here. Ooh. Next time, Aurelia, over pour. Make more than you need. Who cares if you make extra dice? Oh no. Now I'm just trying to scrape everything I can out of these containers so that I can at least have them completed. Oh no. Cat, you can't see it. The orbs are floating. There's so much air in the orbs. Oh no. Oh, I hope this whole thing isn't a wash. Oh no. This is bad, this is bad, this is bad. Well, I generally make more. It's just been a hot minute since I've sat down and made some dice. I'm just like, oh gosh. Oh no. Because like I am out of clear resin now. Dude, I mean, I could whip up a batch really fast. Hey, can I get it? Oh, I just need a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Okay, we need to make a little bit more resin. These are pretty much done. We're gonna make like 100. Actually 80. 80 should get us what we need. Thankfully, we don't have anything that's super time sensitive. But yeah, that's I done goofed. Same thing. Scrape the sides. Give it a good mix. I have another attachment that is for a smaller cup, so we're going to use that. Yeah, I'm not going to try to salvage these. Those did not turn out at all what I wanted. I needed more solid white. That's... Eesh. Okay, we're just going to check this in here. Take this, that. It's spinning. Yeah, I'm just going to hold this. Never give up, never surrender. The orbs have too much air mana in them and not enough lightning mana. I know. With your helmet on, I thought you were Cha-Cha? How? Like, how? What do you mean? What do you mean? Like, our voices don't sound similar. And since when does Cha-Cha wear armor? The purple hair? Okay, okay. I could see that. What's your favorite Space Marine? Blood Angels. Okay, well, we can't blame for playing Cha-Cha for not recognizing me with my helmet on. It was a new model, so she hasn't seen my helmet. I rarely have the helmet. What's your favorite sub-chapter? The Radiant Suns, my custom chapter. More details can be found in the Discord. There's a primer that my community wrote about them. Okay. Good enough. Okay, okay. So we need more blue. Blue, blue, blue. Okay. Blue. Okay, that should be all we need. I gave us more, hang on, gloves off because I need clean hands too. Which one did I it's this one, yes. So I'm not touching anything, I'm just putting more powder, and I don't want to put resin on the jar. Oop. So I'm gonna put gloves back on in a second, but I just need that. Sons as in, I am the son of Spider Dad, or like that, something like that. Imperium. Imperium is my favorite faction. Dang, I just got all that powder. Not all of it, a good chunk of the powder. Oh, on myself. Okay. Okay, now that's enough resin. Alright, we need to put lids on these before they start busting. Start busting out of the mold is what I was trying to say, but I said that poorly.
It is the Bane Blade!
This one. Okay, we've got this. The orbs, please stay in orbs. I'm worried about this mold here, because these orbs want to fly out of this mold. I might have to put something on top of it. I might put some of my snips on it so that this lid stays down. Okay, I'm going to put this on the shelf over here. I have a pressure chamber and I have like a little shelf that my molds go on. I'm actually going to put this one down here because I'm going to put my snips on top of that. Stay there. Okay, blue. We've got... I poured way too much extra resin this time around. I guess, well, we could try that. We'll see. Give me a second. Okay. And we still have about 15 minutes from the original 4. So, we have some... We're going to do the silver and this giant D20, and I'm going to cap it off with a little bit of clear. That one's done. That there, and now we're going to pipe more silver into these. Do. Yeah, I did watch Space King. Good series, good series. Okay. So I'm just doing a little bit of a swirl in each one. I'm not doing anything fancy or crazy, just a little bit of extra color so it's not just the snake skin. I know it's going to be heresy, but I think the next one will be the Demon Primarch Angron. Well, it depends on if they decide to bring a Primarch back. Like a non-trader Primarch. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was a regular Primarch mini that they decided to release. Oh, sorry. You're thinking your next mini. Your next mini. I was like, they already have another, like a deep, like they already have Angron. Like I was like, they're more likely to do another Primarch rather than another one. Sorry, misunderstood. I was reading, but not reading very well. Need a little bit more for the last two dice. Then we're going to top it all off with some clear. One moment, there's a little bit more left. Okay, and we're gonna put a little bit of clear. I'm not pouring directly like on the dice. I'm just pouring along the sides so it doesn't disturb the pattern and the shape that was made by the swirls. Okay, and I don't have to worry about blanks as much because the blanks will go in other dice sets. They'll go in some shells, so it's not as big of a deal if they're not perfect. There. And this. Oh shoot, I got some resin on my desk. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't do. I have to wipe that off. Okay. We're gonna do a little bit of clear here. And I'm just gonna fill up this mold. I don't know if I necessarily care to try to get a good pattern. We're just gonna do, I think we'll mix some clear and blue together, but yeah, it's not worth it trying to get a pattern. These already kind of failed. Just gonna fill these up. We will probably have a full set in these 5 right here. It just won't be like what I originally planned. We're gonna have some weird blue in there too, so I'm just gonna make sure those stay full without messing up the design. Okay, put a lid on this. Man, I'm just surprised. Normally I never have this big of an issue. Okay, chat, here's what's going down. I'm going to be putting this in the pressure chamber, and then I have to go clean up this room. So I will be back. The Be Right Back screen is going to be up, but then we're going to chat for a little bit after this. And that's what's going to happen. So, thank you for hanging out with me. We will be back in probably 5-ish minutes. So, okay, I'll be back, guys. See you in a little bit.
I have returned. Did you guys miss me? Thank you for waiting. Thank you for being patient. It's important that I clean all that stuff up because we don't want fumes and nasty things in my room when I stream. So thank you for waiting. We'll chat for a little bit. We'll chat for a little bit. But yeah, I was about right. The pour did finish in about 30 minutes. If I had gotten it right the first time. But honestly, I am disappointed in myself because I made an incredibly rookie mistake. I haven't done it in a long time where I didn't make enough resin. So I'm a little like, I'm a little annoyed. The fumes are good for me. I don't know about that. The fumes can cause cancer. The fumes can cause cancer, so I don't think they are. Anyways, I'm annoyed because that was a rookie mistake on my part. But as I was like watching the pour, it wasn't what I wanted. I needed more white. I needed more white in the dice to get the marble effect I was looking for. So it's not a big deal. Could have been better. Good luck, Tundra Drop. I hope it goes well. Tundra Trop. Sorry, my bad. Tundra Trop. What do you think of the Blood Ravens, the Stars of the Dawn of War games? Oh, I like the Blood Ravens. They're cool. They're cool. I like the Blood Ravens. Do you have to protect your eyes as well? I mean, you can wear goggles, but I'm not flinging resin around the room, so... Flashfire, I see your point. What doesn't cause cancer these days? This is not like a California thing where everything causes cancer. This is like the fumes are actually toxic. So it's not like I'm being overly cautious. It's actually a problem if you are constantly exposed or you expose yourself consistently to it, then it's not so good. Then it's not so good. So. What about Chaos Space Marines? I mean, I don't like traders and I don't like chaos, so, I mean, that's how it is, like, in general for me. Don't the eyes also get in contact with the fumes? I mean, yes, but it's more like breathing it in. It's a respiratory thing. So. Yeah. I should have filled up my water. Because now I'm like, nah, I'm thirsty, but I drank my water before I started pouring, which was a good call. It was a good call. Also, you're allowed to like Chaos Space Marines. Just because I don't like Chaos Space Marines doesn't mean, like, I do. So. Yeah, resin is not like water. I miss, like, everything because of work. What kind of resin are you using? UV cure? Just epoxy resin. I did use some UV curing resin to seal up some spots in the dice for some of the orbs, but yeah. Ugh. I love every one of my 1,000 sons. That's what I say about all my Blood Angel sons. Blood Angels and the successors, they're all my sons. I love them all. I may not approve of what they do, but I love them all. No, I didn't say it was okay to fall to chaos. That is not what I said. I said you can like the Chaos Space Marines. I'm not gonna stop you. I just felt bad because someone asked how I felt about Chaos Space Marines. I'm like, I don't like them. And they were like, oh, okay. And I'm like, well, you can still like them. You don't need me to like them. They're not my cup of tea. They're not my cup of tea. Are you excited for the upcoming Warhammer series? What do you mean? Like the Amazon one? Is that what you're referring to? If you're talking about the Amazon one, I think an Eisenhorn series would be good. I think that would be enjoyable. I really like the Eisenhorn books, so I would like to see Eisenhorn personally, but odds are they'll do Space Marines or Guard. Oh, also Gaunt's Ghosts would be fun. Gaunt's Ghosts, I would like that too. Yeah, needs to be Inquisition or Guard. That'll probably get more people into it. But you know, they keep talking about the show. I'm like, is it ever really going to happen? I don't know. I mean, it will eventually. It's just taking a while. It's just taking a while. Look, Angels Vermilion, I love them, but I don't approve of their life choices. See, that those things can coexist. You can love someone and not approve of their life choices. Given what they did with Rings of Power, I'd be very nervous about Amazon getting it right. I just hope GW is closely tied to them so that problem doesn't occur. I can see the concerns a lot of people have with Amazon being involved, and honestly, I can't blame you. I can't blame you for being concerned. So, will you do anything on the Angry Marines? Like, will I watch any videos? We watched a video about them the other day, but if I do something about the Angry Marines, like, we might watch another video, but I like to spread things out. I don't generally like to go in a whole binge, because I usually turn what I watch on stream into VODs and videos to post on my channel, so I don't like to have 50 million videos about the Angry Marines in 1 week. People are gonna get tired and sick of that. Yeah, I hope GW and Henry Cavill do keep a tight grip on the reins. Like, I've heard some things where Henry Cavill's been very strict about things, but also some of it seems pretty memey, so it's hard to say what's actually going on there. But yeah, I hope with Henry Cavill as the guy who likes to stick to the source material, likes to stick to, like, the memes and stuff, like, not the memes, sorry, I was reading a chat. I hope that's how it says. Welcome in, Raiders. Hi, Scuffcat. Thank you so much for the raid. We were just making some Warhammer dice. We're finished now, so we were doing a hand cam. It's over now. What were you guys doing for your stream? Did you have a good time? You have a good time? Are there any homebrew Marines that you would like GW to actually make real? The Radiant Suns would be pretty cool. The Radiant Suns, my homebrew chapter. It's Darktide Community Night. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I wanted to do Darktide for Community Night, but it's a bit of a hassle if I don't want to deal with people trying to friend me on Steam. Then it gets weird. So, so Space Marine 2 makes it pretty... It's a little more streamlined than trying to trade all the codes and dealing with that. But I'm glad you guys had fun. Glad you guys had fun. I gotta play more of the Skitarii, if I'm being honest. Yeah, they do have the game friend code, but... Well, I'll have to fiddle with it next time. I just don't want to be accepting a lot of requests. So. Cavill deserves a win. Absolutely he does. Yeah. I agree, I agree. Oh, yeah. Ugh. That's what I've heard about the Similarian, that it's not one, like, continuous story. It's like, oh, this happened, and then this happened, but it's not great to adapt unless you did a series of short stories, but no one's gonna want to do that because you know how many actors you have to hire to do small series like that. I'm gonna say it however I want. I'm gonna say it however I want. That is no excuse for poor writing. Well, if you're talking about the Amazon stuff, I assume you're not talking about J.R.R. Tolkien having bad writing. He has great writing, except sometimes it does drag. I did read Lord of the Rings. I read that whole series, and there were parts where it was it was a lot. It was a lot. Yes, I am getting the sleepies. As always, I'm tired. What else is new? Did you read all the poetry breaks? I probably did, though I read them in high school, which was a while ago. So I read the whole thing. Caffeinate? Maybe. I did have caffeine earlier. I feel like the storytelling in The Hobbit was better for a young reader. I don't remember. I mean, I did read The Hobbit as well, but it was definitely more condensed from what I remember. Yeah, dude, Tolkien, he had quite a life. He's quite the admirable guy. Honestly, well-lived life. Incredible series, nice writer. It's good. Are there any stories like Lord of the Rings that you would make a homebrew out of? Like, I mean, when I've played Dungeons and Dragons, I have my lore and my homebrew based on like a lot of different things. So I guess I just don't understand your question. But a lot of my stuff when I do homebrew lore or world building is obviously, it can be inspired by great works of fantasy like Tolkien. So. What's your favorite 40K book so far? Dante. Really, really good book. I read it recently, and oh boy, that was pretty awesome. Love that book. Infinite and the Divine is also a very good book. I like Twice Dead King series. Eisenhorn books were solid. My criticism with the Eisenhorn books, though, is there's so much build up to the end and the villains, and then the villains are like murked in like 10 pages. Like, it's not drawn out. It's like, oh, the build up, like, oh man, the fight's gonna be so intense. It's gonna be so good, and then it like the book ends, and you're like, wait, it's over? What? It doesn't feel as satisfying as I'd like it to be. I do like the Caiaphas Cain books, except I can't read them all in one sitting because the plot lines are like kind of the same. So I have to break them up. I have to read other books before I read another Caiaphas Cain book. I could probably read one right now and be fine. It's just if you read them in a block, they all sound the same after a little bit, and I want to enjoy them. I just finished reading Void's Guard. It was okay. I don't know if I'd read it again. I don't think I've read Void's Guard. I don't think I have. Yeah, I mean, I know someone here in chat said they were reading the Eisenhorn book, so I won't spoil it, but the second book and the third book definitely felt like the ending came very abruptly. I listened to my audiobooks with Audible, not sponsored, and I was looking at how much time I had left. I'm like, we haven't fought the big bad yet, and we have like 20 minutes. It was something like that. I might be exaggerating slightly. I was like, oh, we only have 20 minutes, and in like 5 minutes we like had defeated the bad guy, and I was like, oh, that was kind of lame. Not that it was lame, it was just very fast and I didn't prefer it. The Night Lord's Omnibus is also really, really good. The first one was solid. I like that series. Ugh. Have I seen the Caiaphas K miniature? Oh, like, who hasn't? The Jurgen one is, like, perfect. The Jurgen one is perfect. And yes, I did read the Lords of Silence Death Guard book. I haven't read Typhus. Lord of Silence book. It was interesting. I did enjoy that one. Mm-hmm. I'm embarrassed I never read The Path of the Derek. You're a Dark Eldar. You're a Dark Eldar fan. You gotta read the book. Go read the book. Go read the book, Derek. What are you doing? What are you doing, Derek? Go read the book if you like the Dark Eldar. I do hope the dice come out nice, although I think 2 sets. I do think the Alpha Legion dice will come out nice. They're blank, so I'll probably do the shells on my own time. But I am not sure. I'm worried about the voltage sets since the orbs were having a problem. But so we'll see. We will see. The marble one, look, chat, it's not gonna work out. No, I did it wrong. I needed a different combination of colors. I did it wrong. We'll get it right next time. Or actually, I might do a practice run if I'm gonna make other dice. Yeah, I did them wrong. So they're not gonna look good, but you know, I could still put them up if people are interested in them. Why are they called Voltage? Because the Mountain Dew is called Mountain Dew Voltage, so I just abbreviate to Voltage. If it doesn't work out, we could just swallow it. What's a good Chaos book you recommend? First Heretic. Well, it's Chaos. Yeah, no, it is Chaos. It's got enough Chaos in it. You're good. First Heretic. That was really good. Like, I don't like Lorgar. But that I could not put that book down. Oh, did I want to react to the Hunter the Parenting video? Oh, shoot. I forgot about that. I honestly thought I was going to be done pouring at like an hour and a half, 2 hours in. But we stopped, like, I got done cleaning everything up like 2 hours and 40 minutes in. Next time. We'll give them more time. Yes, there's a new Hunter the Parenting video out. Guys, go check it out. The newest episode is out. It's like 36, 37 minutes long. How did I miss that? I don't know, but go watch it. Go watch it. Give them money by watching them. Get them their ad revenue. If we were to pick up a 40k book for the first time, which one would everyone recommend? Odin, how much do you know? How much do you know about Warhammer? That's my first question. Because what I recommend kind of depends on that. If you're new, I've got stuff in mind, but... Oh, look, we're even having first-time chatters giving suggestions as well. I would say I'm just starting out. Okay. I would recommend starting with Dan Abnett's First and Only. It is a Gaunt's Ghost novel, or start with Caiaphas Cain, Hero of the Imperium. Wait, is that the first one? Is that the... I forget. It's a whole series. Caiaphas Cain novel series. I forget what the first one is. Welcome in, Raiders. Good to see you. We're discussing some good books for starting out with Warhammer. So I would start maybe with those two. Those don't really deal with Space Marines. You're gonna have... It's mostly Guard. So... But if you want to start in the Horus Heresy, Horus Rising is the book to start off with. Yeah, I need to read more Gaunt's Ghost. I think I read the first one, but I haven't continued that series. The Eisenhorn books are also good. Yeah, the Eisenhorn series. So those are my recommendations. I know a bit about Cain, Mr. Imposter Syndrome. Well, you'll like reading the books. They're pretty funny. Speaking of D&D, I recommend watching Reacting Crazy K's homebrew lore about their world. Oh, interesting. Okay. If I have time, that sounds like something I would do on my free time. If I have time. So. React to the Evantris shorts. Those are so good. I can't give a good reaction because I've seen so many of them. They got really popular. They are so good. They're so stupid and funny, and they're really funny. Yes, Assassinorum Kingmaker. I really like that book. I think you should probably read maybe one or two other books before getting into Assassinorum Kingmaker. I did love that book, though. That was pretty good. So. Anyways. Let's see. It's a Sunday. Oh, guys, chat. There's a stream on Tuesday. I normally don't stream on Tuesdays. Stream on Tuesday. We're collabing. We're collabing with my friend Auri. So, you know, make sure you show up to that. I'll release the schedule in the Discord server very soon. Let's see. Oh, we're gonna raid Zorin. We're gonna raid into Zorin, guys. Zorin the Wizard. And Hashdown, thank you so much for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. Okay. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I will update you in the Discord server on how the dice turn out. I think they'll turn out really nice, but, you know, only time will tell. It takes about 24 hours. Oh, wait. Oh, okay, guys. Here's the problem. Do we raid Zoran or do we raid Gaijin Goomba, who is playing 11th with Pancreas? No work. Oh. I'm kind of curious as to what 11th. Yeah, we can do heads or tails. Actually, make a poll. Make a poll, chat. Make a poll. I mean, chat, mods. Mods, make a poll. Sorry, mods, make a poll. My bad. Sorry. Sorry. I was saying chat because I was looking at chat. Alright, I'm watching it as, so. The poll is live. Are we rating Goomba or Zoran? Go, 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 vote, vote, vote. It's leaning towards Goomba at the moment. Yeah, join the Discord. Okay, it seems like it's leaning towards Goomba right now. Okay. Vote, vote, vote. You get like 10 more seconds. You get 10 more seconds, and then we're gonna choose our raid. Okay, Goomba won. We'll raid him. Okay, guys. Don't skip leg day, okay? Don't skip it. Don't be scrolling.